Our homes are more than just places to live, they are reflections of our lives, holding cherished memories and stories. However, over time, the things we accumulate can turn our once cozy spaces into overwhelming environments. For seniors, finding a balance between preserving meaningful memories and creating a serene, organized living space is essential. In this guide, we'll explore practical and heartfelt ways to declutter your home, ensuring it remains a sanctuary of comfort and joy. Let's embark on this journey together and transform your space into a reflection of who you are today. Tackling outdated paperwork with ease. Outdated paperwork is one of the most common culprits of clutter for seniors. From old bills and receipts to stacks of medical records and even sentimental birthday cards, these piles can quickly overwhelm desks and drawers. But you don't have to let them take over your space. Start by setting up a simple filing system with clearly labeled folders for essential documents like legal papers, insurance forms, and recent medical records. For everything else, consider scanning them onto a USB drive or cloud storage to free up physical space while preserving important information. Take inspiration from Harold, a retired teacher who turned paper decluttering into a pleasant weekly ritual by shredding unnecessary documents while listening to his favorite jazz records. To prevent future buildup, designate a small basket near your entryway for incoming mail, making it easier to sort through later. Decluttering your paperwork not only clears your space but also creates a sense of control and serenity in your home. Simplifying your kitchen for clarity and joy. Kitchens often become clutter magnets over the years, with unused gadgets, duplicate utensils, and long-forgotten appliances taking up valuable space. Instead of letting these items pile up, take a thoughtful approach to streamline your kitchen. Focus on keeping only the tools and cookware you use regularly. Margaret, a retired nurse, transformed her cluttered kitchen by donating extra mugs and cookware she no longer needed, leaving only her favorite pieces that brought her joy. To maximize counter space, store rarely used appliances like turkey roasters or ice cream makers in less accessible cabinets. You can also organize utensils and tools by frequency of use, making everyday cooking simpler and more enjoyable. By simplifying your kitchen, you not only create a cleaner, more functional space but also rediscovered the joy of cooking in an environment that feels light and inviting. Reassessing inherited furniture and decor. Inherited furniture and decor often come with sentimental value but can sometimes clutter your space or clash with your current style. It's important to reframe your relationship with these items, allowing yourself to let go if they no longer serve you. For example, John, a retired architect, inherited his grandmother's ornate china cabinet, which felt out of place in his modern apartment. Instead of keeping it out of obligation, he gifted it to a niece who cherished it and had the perfect space for it. John kept the memory alive by taking a photo of the cabinet before passing it on. Alternatively, you can repurpose sentimental items in creative ways, like turning vintage linens into throw pillows or quilts that align with your lifestyle. This approach allows you to honor the memories attached to these heirlooms while freeing your space and mind for a more peaceful and cohesive home environment. Streamlining overcrowded bookshelves. Bookshelves can easily turn from cherished displays to chaotic storage spaces over the years, especially if you've accumulated books you'll never revisit. To create a more serene environment, start by selecting books that truly resonate with you and bring joy. Donate or gift the rest to libraries, schools, or local book swaps. For instance, Margaret, a retired historian, transformed her cluttered shelves into a beautiful display by donating her academic collection to a university. She kept only her favorite novels and memoirs, pairing them with framed family photos and small plants for a personal touch. Adding decorative storage baskets can also keep miscellaneous items like journals or cables out of sight. Maintaining both style and function. A well-curated bookshelf not only reduces visual clutter but also creates a space that feels calm and inspiring, allowing you to enjoy your favorite reads in a more uplifting environment. Refreshing outdated decor. As tastes evolve, the decor we once loved may no longer resonate with us. Items that felt meaningful years ago can become sources of visual clutter, leaving your space feeling outdated. To refresh your environment, evaluate each piece of decor. If it doesn't spark joy or reflect your current style, it may be time to let it go. Replace outdated items with pieces that inspire you or tell a meaningful story. For example, James, a retired traveler, transformed his living room by replacing heavy curtains and older art with a vibrant tapestry he found during a trip to Morocco. This simple change brightened the room and made it feel more personal. Minimalist shelves or curated displays can also help highlight treasured items without overcrowding. By updating your decor with intention, you create a living space that feels vibrant, authentic, and perfectly aligned with your evolving journey. Decluttering overcrowded closets. Closets can often become a treasure trove of unused or forgotten items, from outdated clothing to shoes gathering dust. To reclaim this valuable space, it's important to assess what you truly use and need. Consider the 1-year rule. If you haven't worn or used it in the past year, it's time to let it go. For example, Emily, a retired teacher, turned her decluttering process into a joyful experience by inviting friends over for a clothing swap. Not only did she simplify her wardrobe, but she also saw her unused clothes find a new life with others. For sentimental pieces, like an old wedding dress or a beloved sweater, consider turning them into keepsakes, such as framed textiles or memory pillows. Decluttering your closet doesn't just create physical space, it also provides a sense of mental clarity and ensures your wardrobe is filled only with items you love and use. Streamlining sentimental items without losing memories. Sentimental items, like children's school projects, vacation souvenirs, or old keepsakes, hold cherished memories but can quickly overtake your living space. Instead of holding on to every item, consider creative ways to honor these memories. For instance, you can digitize old photographs, letters, or artwork and store them on a digital frame or cloud storage. Linda, a grandmother, created a memory wall featuring rotating framed keepsakes that allowed her to display her favorite items without overwhelming her home. Another idea is to condense items into a dedicated memory box, keeping only those with the most emotional value. Larger items, like a vintage toy or trophy, can be photographed to preserve the memory while freeing up space. By curating your sentimental collection, you ensure your home feels open and organized while still treasuring the stories and connections that matter most to you. Reevaluating furniture for space and comfort. Over time, homes can become overcrowded with furniture, much of it retained out of habit or sentimental attachment. Too many pieces can make rooms feel cramped and difficult to navigate, especially if mobility is a concern. Assess your furniture for practicality and emotional value. For example, Mr. Samuel, after his retirement, swapped his bulky sectional sofa for a sleek recliner and love seat combination. This opened up his living room, making it more inviting and easier to move around. Consider multifunctional pieces, like ottomans with hidden storage, to maximize utility without adding clutter. If a beloved heirloom no longer fits your space, think creatively. Repaint or repurpose it to suit your current needs. By streamlining your furniture, you create an environment that feels open, functional, and uniquely yours, ensuring your home remains a place of comfort and relaxation while reflecting your personal style. Decluttering forgotten storage spaces. Basements, attics, and garages often become the final resting places for items we no longer need but haven't taken the time to sort through. Over the years, these spaces can accumulate unused belongings, creating clutter and disorganization. Tackling these areas might seem overwhelming, but breaking the process into smaller, manageable tasks makes it achievable. For instance, Mr. Walter, a retired teacher, dedicated a weekend with his grandchildren to clearing out his garage. Together, they discovered hidden treasures, like an old toolbox that became a cherished family heirloom. Use clear bins, labels, and shelving to organize what remains, ensuring everything is easy to locate. Enlist help from friends or family to make the process enjoyable and efficient. By decluttering these forgotten spaces, you not only create a more organized and functional home but also uncover meaningful items and memories hidden beneath the chaos. Decluttering sentimental items with care. Our sentimental items hold memories of cherished moments, but over time, they can overwhelm our living spaces. From your child's old school projects to keepsakes from past vacations, these possessions can accumulate, leaving little room for the present. Instead of keeping everything, consider creative ways to honor these memories. For example, digitize old photos or letters, and create a scrapbook or memory box for smaller keepsakes. A retired grandfather, Mr. James, created a memory wall where he rotated framed items like family pictures and his grandchildren's artwork, keeping his treasures visible without cluttering his home. Another idea is to gift meaningful items to loved ones who will appreciate them, such as passing down heirlooms. By curating your sentimental belongings, you preserve your memories while creating a peaceful and organized space that reflects the person you are today, rather than the person you used to be. Managing neglected storage spaces. Storage spaces like basements, attics, and garages often become the forgotten corners of our homes, accumulating years of clutter. These areas can hold untapped potential if approached with care and organization. Dedicate time to decluttering one section at a time, one shelf, one box, or one corner. Enlisting help can make the process more enjoyable and manageable. For example, a retired teacher, Mrs. Evelyn, turned her cluttered garage into a family project. With the help of her children, they unearthed forgotten treasures, including her late husband's antique tools, which were transformed into meaningful keepsakes. Using clear, labeled bins and organizing shelves helped her maintain a tidy space while making items easily accessible. By reclaiming these neglected areas, you not only create a more functional home but also breathe new life into spaces that were once overwhelming, turning them into organized, purposeful parts of your sanctuary. Addressing neglected maintenance tasks. Deferred maintenance tasks can quietly contribute to a sense of disarray in your home. Broken appliances, tangled cords, or minor repairs left unattended not only affect the functionality of your space but can also weigh on your peace of mind. Tackling these tasks one step at a time can restore both order and pride in your living environment. Take inspiration from Mr. Harold, a retired engineer who dedicated weekends to completing one repair project at a time. He started small, fixing a squeaky cabinet door or organizing his electrical cords, and gradually worked his way to larger tasks, such as repainting his front door. Harold's systematic approach not only improved the functionality of his home but also rekindled his sense of accomplishment. Creating a checklist and spreading tasks throughout the year can make maintenance less daunting. Remember, every small fix is a step toward a more comfortable and serene home. Organizing hobby and craft supplies. Hobbies and creative pursuits bring immense joy. But without proper organization, the materials can quickly take over your living space. Dedicate a specific area for your supplies to ensure they stay tidy and accessible. For instance, Mrs. Nancy, a retired teacher and avid crafter, transformed an old dresser into a craft station. Each drawer was labeled for different materials, yarn, paintbrushes, and fabrics, keeping her workspace neat and functional. This small change not only streamlined her projects but also allowed her to focus on the joy of creating rather than searching for misplaced items. Investing in storage bins, shelves, or labeled containers can make a significant difference. With everything in its designated place, you'll find your creative activities more enjoyable and stress-free. By organizing your hobby supplies, you create a clutter-free space that invites inspiration and makes every project a rewarding experience. Managing sentimental displays with elegance. While sentimental items like family photos, souvenirs, and trophies bring warmth to your home, overcrowding your displays can diminish their charm. Striking a balance between showcasing cherished memories and maintaining a clean, open space is key. For example, Mr. David, a retiree with a love for travel, found joy in rotating his collection of souvenirs every season. By swapping out displayed items quarterly, his living room always felt fresh and vibrant, while his treasures remained meaningful. To prevent overwhelming your space, consider curating a few standout pieces and storing the rest in labeled boxes or drawers for safekeeping. This approach ensures that your keepsakes continue to spark joy without contributing to clutter. With a thoughtful arrangement, you can create displays that honor your memories while keeping your home inviting and serene, a perfect blend of sentimentality and simplicity. Tackling unfinished projects for peace of mind. Unfinished projects can weigh heavily on your mind and clutter your space, leaving you feeling unaccomplished and overwhelmed. From half-completed puzzles to DIY crafts abandoned in their early stages, these lingering tasks can drain your energy. Instead of letting them linger, take an honest look at each project. Ask yourself, does this still excite or fulfill me? If not, it's okay to let it go. For instance, Linda, a retired teacher, rediscovered her passion for quilting after joining a local sewing group. What was once a forgotten project turned into a source of joy and connection as she completed it with the group's encouragement. If you're not ready to finish a project, consider donating the materials to someone who might. Completing or letting go of unfinished endeavors clears physical and mental space, bringing a sense of accomplishment and a renewed focus to what truly matters. Letting go of just-in-case items. Holding on to items, just in case, often leads to unnecessary clutter and a home filled with things you'll likely never use. From empty jars and old magazines to unused tools, these items accumulate over time and take up valuable space. The key is to assess their real purpose. If you haven't used something in the past year, it's time to part with it. George, a retired handyman, once had a garage packed with scrap wood, thinking he'd eventually use it for future projects. Realizing most of it had gone untouched for years, he donated the wood to a local community workshop. This not only freed up his garage but also supported a good cause. To manage this type of clutter, set a limit. Like a single bin for miscellaneous items. Letting go of just-in-case items can create a more organized, Peaceful living space. Decluttering outdoor spaces for a fresh start. Outdoor areas often become a catch-all for unused items. From rusted gardening tools to broken lawn chairs. Over time, these forgotten items clutter patios, sheds, and garages, turning once inviting spaces into sources of frustration. To reclaim these areas, start by assessing your outdoor equipment seasonally. A retired couple, Bob and Sally, found joy in hosting a neighborhood yard swap, where they exchanged unused outdoor gear with friends and neighbors. Not only did they declutter, but they also strengthened community bonds. Donate or recycle items you haven't used in the past 2 years. And for those you wish to keep, invest in weatherproof storage bins or a small shed to protect and organize them. By creating order in your outdoor spaces, you'll rediscover their potential for relaxation and enjoyment, transforming them into inviting extensions of your home where you can truly unwind. Tidying up the junk drawer, small changes, big impact. The infamous junk drawer, every home has one. Brimming with random items like old keys, rubber bands, expired coupons, and mystery cables. While it may seem harmless, an overflowing junk drawer can contribute to a sense of disorganization. To tackle this common clutter spot, empty the contents and sort through them. Discard anything that's broken, expired, or no longer needed. Relocate items to their proper places and use small dividers or containers to organize what remains. For instance, Carol, a retired teacher, transformed her junk drawer into a mini utility station by labeling sections for specific items like tools, stationery, and spare change. Now, her drawer isn't just tidy, it's functional and satisfying to use. By taking just a few minutes to organize this small space, you'll create a sense of order that ripples throughout your home, proving that even small changes can have a big impact. Streamlining holiday decorations, joyful memories without the clutter. Holiday decorations bring warmth and joy, but keeping every ornament, light strand, and seasonal wreath from decades past can lead to overwhelming storage issues. Often, older decorations no longer match your taste or have become worn out. Take time to sort through your holiday items with a discerning eye. Keep pieces that truly bring you joy or carry significant sentimental value. And donate the rest to community centers or thrift stores where others can appreciate them. For example, Helen, a senior who once felt overwhelmed by her overflowing holiday decor, downsized her collection by gifting cherished ornaments to her grandchildren. Not only did this lighten her load, but it also gave her family meaningful keepsakes. To maintain organization, store decorations in labeled, stackable bins, ensuring easy access and preserving them for years to come. Simplifying your holiday collection can transform this seasonal task into a delightful experience, making your home feel lighter and your celebrations more joyful. Embrace simplicity and create your sanctuary. Decluttering your home is more than just organizing your space, it's about creating an environment that brings peace, comfort, and a sense of joy. Each step you take, whether it's letting go of unused items or preserving meaningful memories, reflects your journey of growth and renewal. Remember, your home is a reflection of who you are today, not just a storage space for the past. As you curate your surroundings, you'll find more freedom to focus on what truly matters, the moments, people, and passions that enrich your life. What would your home look like if it reflected the person you've become and the life you want to lead? Take that first step, no matter how small, and share your experience with others. Your story might inspire someone else to begin their journey toward a lighter, more fulfilling space. Let's create homes that celebrate the beauty of the present while honoring the memories of the past.